Good morning. Today I'm going to be talking about the African climate activist Vanessa Nakate. So she is a Ugandan climate justice activist, and she founded the Rise Up movement, which is a platform dedicated to amplifying the voices of African climate activists worldwide. So she was born and raised in Kampala, which is Uganda's capital, and she grew up witnessing firsthand the effects of climate change, like floods, landslides, and all the way to droughts, who affected the farmers who rely on the rainfall. She's been active since January 2019, where she launched her first solo climate strike outside of Uganda's parliament, inspired by Greta Thunberg's Fridays for Future. She's been active for over 6 years. So, one of her most significant achievements is the Vash Green Schools Project, which is an initiative aimed at installing solar panels and energy institutional stoves in Uganda's 24,000 public schools. So she replaced the kerosene lamps and diesel generators with clean solar power, which reduced carbon emissions and cut energy costs for the schools. She also spearheaded a campaign to halt deforestation of the Congo rainforest, the second largest in the world, which spread from Africa all the way to Europe. So the Rise Up movement was founded in 2018, and it amplifies the voices of African climate strikers, and it hosted the 1 Million Activist Stories platform for the grassroots activists. So she gets people to care by storytelling, personal testimony, using urgency and hope, as also seen in Catherine Hayo's TED Talk. And then also she responds publicly with visibility and representation. She was cropped from a photo and she responded publicly with a famous quote, "You erased a continent." This quote spread like wildfire throughout social media and turned into a platform, which grew her audience and proved that injustice itself is a call to action. She speaks out at COP25, Davos, and the UN, while simultaneously building up the Rise Up movement to empower community level activists. So, for my own research and advocacy, I really found it interesting that she used personal stories. So, her power lies in grounding global interests issues in local human experience. My research project should also include real life testimonies and community level impacts with that as well. She also balanced urgency with hope. So instead of being like our world is so messed up, she was like there's hope for the world. There's hope if we take these actions, then we can find a solution. Present the crisis clearly, but always pair it with a call to action and a vision of what's possible. Audiences disengage when they feel only despair. So Naki also turned being erased into a message. Sharing my research publicly, even as a student, can create ripple effects. Small platforms matter. No voice is too small to make a difference. Her Rise Up movement showed that long-term change requires organizing people, not just informing them. My project should consider how to invite participation, not just present the findings of what I researched. So to conclude, Vanessa Naki has transformed personal pain into global purpose. From a lone striker outside Uganda's capital parliament in 2019 to a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador and a Time 100 Next honoree, her journey demonstrates that climate justice and social justice are inseparable. Her work proves that African communities deserve to be at the center of climate conversations and not erased from them. Thank you.